All right, just updating you right now. The Trump campaign, as I mentioned earlier, sued the registrar of voters in Clark County, Nevada, over a polling place in Las Vegas that had been allowed to remain open late last week to accommodate people who were lined up to vote. Now, the lawsuit is saying here that the registrar violated state law and asked that the ballots from that polling place be kept separate from other votes pending any future legal challenges to the results. In other words, they just said something funny was going on here. This is something that you just don't willy-nilly do. Democrats, I believe, in this locale were saying we had long lines here. Naturally, we'd keep them open. The Trump folks say it's really not that simple. Bottom line, the first of what a lot of legal experts tell me could be a lot of challenges across the country in what could be very close precincts and caucus areas, to say nothing of counties and entire states. Doesn't Florida know that very, very well? Of course, it just seems to grow lawyers and lawsuits. The state's attorney general with me now, Pam Bondi. Everyone always looks at Florida and says, oh, boy, problems there. It's a tight race. We're going to see problems there. What do you think?
Well, I'm hoping it's not as tight as everyone's saying. You know, I've been traveling with Donald Trump. I've seen, you know, he's got a huge African American population support. He met with the Puerto Rican community.
What's huge? I mean, we're told Hillary is basically locking 90 to 95% of the African Americans.
You know, all I can tell you is I've been at these rallies and I've seen the tremendous support he has. And Dr. Carson, you know, been traveling with him has been great. Our black ministers have been great.
But you think he's getting more than Mitt Romney got? Now the reason why I mention it is because
it's important, right?
Right. It's not only important, but we already know that African American participation, which isn't surprising on the Democratic side, is lower than it was in 2012, certainly in 2008 when Barack Obama was running. That wouldn't surprise me. But offsetting that in your state, man, is the fact that the Clinton folks are saying, have you seen the huge surge in Hispanic voting? You say what?
Well, I say at the rallies, I see huge majority of Hispanic voters at Trump rallies. But again, Neil, I think this is so different, and so do you, than anything we've ever seen, I think, in our lifetimes.
But how did that Hispanic vote isn't monolithic, right? There are a lot of Cuban Americans. They tend to vote Republican.
Puerto Rican Americans who Donald's been meeting with. I was with him in a room.
It's hard to guess.
I have no idea. But you know what I do think? I firmly believe this. People are going to come out to vote for Donald Trump who have not voted in years.
Is that right?
And that's what I'm seeing driving all over Florida. And this must panic Hillary Clinton a bit when she's around Florida. You see homemade Donald Trump signs in yards, on tractors, on trailers, parked in, you know, the middle of Florida.
What does your gut say now? You think Trump is going to win it?
I firmly believe we're going to win. You know, in Florida.
Now,
I think we're going to win the whole thing.
Do you think if he loses Florida, that's it?
I don't, because I think he has
other options.
I sure do. I sure do. He's been campaigning. He's been campaigning in states that that people don't even think about it. That he was just in Wisconsin, and you know, a small town in Wisconsin.
Do you think he was wasting his time there? A lot of people, even Republican strategists on this very show, Pam, said, go where you know you have a chance. You think he has a chance in these states?
I do, because he's a different kind of candidate, and he wants to show these people that he cares. You know, I was talking to Rick Perry this week, former Governor Rick Perry. Governor Perry's been out campaigning for him everywhere. He went to Philadelphia. He went from Florida to Philadelphia. He was going to head to North Carolina, but they said, hey, let's play now in Philadelphia.
But you know what you always hear, I don't know how Florida applies, you know the state better than I, that the Clinton folks have that get out the vote apparatus in place.
They do.
The Trump people, not so much.
They do, and you know what? They have souls to the polls, too.
Right.
Where on Sunday, you know, polls are open on Sunday, they'll come and pick folks up, they'll buy them Cuban sandwiches, and I saw it last election, and drive people to the polls.
What do you guys have?
So, I don't know. Well, I hope some of those people will still be voting for Donald Trump.
Oh, wouldn't that be a kick?
Well, I think that'd be great.
To the polls and they vote for that.
I think that'd be great, but I'm counting on Florida. I'm counting on, I think we have a great chance, of course, in North Carolina, now Ohio, a lot of states that traditionally have been tough. And you know, and I traveled with Mitt Romney. So
you think there's more passion now than there was 4 years ago for Mitt Romney, who ended up losing the state by just a squeak?
I do. I mean, I do. And again, if you can judge it by the rallies, if you can judge it by I was with him 2 days ago, the people just waiting in line everywhere you go. who know they can't get in.
Do you think
just
these
there.
polls, even nationally, to say nothing of Florida, underrepresent that passion for him?
And when I say the polling's rigged, I mean the opinion polling, and not rigged as much as, I shouldn't have said, as much as
No, I know what
they're
you mean.
not
Yeah.
counting voters. These are going to be unexpected voters. One of my friends who's running for state senate said she was seeing people coming in and out really quick, and she said, wait, what do you, how, you know, because it's a long ballot. Well, what are you doing? That was pretty quick. We just came in to vote for Donald Trump.
Is that right?
So that could have
So
an
ignore
impact
all the
as
other
well.
issues. So how does it look for Rubio, real quickly?
I hope it looks great for Marco. I know his numbers are up. We've got to get him back in the Senate, and
Yeah.
he's going to do a great job. So for people, if you haven't voted, please go vote.
All right. Thank you very much. Pam Bondi, the Florida Attorney General.